YouTube, how we doing? PPS here, YouTube play of the day time. We got 2 spots for you guys today. And yeah, we're absolutely rolling right now, guys. I really appreciate all the support and likes on the videos. Helps us along. It goes a long way. Hoping we can get to 2,000 subs. We're still on that grind. Thought we would get there, but slowly but surely we'll start chipping away. Coming off of a sweep on the last show. Coming in there with Luis Castillo, 4 strikeouts. Zach Wheeler under 2.5 earned. Wheeler shoved, no earned. Castillo obviously shoved again. Had a fantastic outing against the Rangers in a tough matchup. Jordan Hicks went crazy. Dude's so good. I believe he didn't give up a run as well. So 2 sweat-free winners. Moves us to 16-11, 4.33 units. Guys, make sure that you guys are over on Twitter if you're not already. I'm assuming most of you are, because obviously I have a little bit bigger following over there than I do here. But, I mean, we're at 11 straight. We've hit 11 straight MLB winners here over the last couple days. I know not many of them have been on YouTube Play of the Day. Unfortunately, it doesn't make our numbers look as good. But what I will say, right now on our Pine videos, I believe, or on Pine articles, I think it's 8-1 run right now. Hit a plus money spot last night. Passed the prop, just went another 3-0 on there. So that's 6-0 plus long shots on those last 2 videos. So it's been awesome. Obviously, I think we're at like 14 units on MLB for Pass the Prop. Obviously, with 3 times a week, you're going to get a lot of MLB action on those videos. So make sure if you're not watching those videos, you're checking them out. I believe we're getting like 200, 300 views on those. Make sure you guys check those out. I mean, they've been printing money here these first couple weeks. Like I said, the units are rolling in there, and it's the last day of April. So if you guys do want to jump in before we start the month of May, make sure you shoot me a DM. Obviously, I had a lot of new people signing up for all of my plays, and we'll get after it today. So, like I said, 4.33 units. I'm not going to be posting a long shot here on the show. Be ready for that. I'll probably post it in the comment section, or I'll maybe do it as my article play. But let's start out. I'm going to be on DraftKings for both plays today. We'll keep it interesting here today. First play I'm going to roll with is going to be Freddie Peralta in the Dodgers alternate. I'll pull that up right now. So I'm going to be playing the Dodgers. I can't really get away from this spot, especially with the D-backs at home. Dude's been this Dodgers team has obviously been very good against pretty much everybody, but against lefties, top OPS. They're number 8 in the MLB, 767 OPS against lefties. They're facing Jordan Montgomery, obviously not the best matchup in the world. Does a very good job of keeping the ball on the ground, but they still have Seawald out in that bullpen, who's hurt. This Dodgers team is just coming at you so many different ways. They put up another big number last night. Flew over that total, and that total was at 10.5, 10. Obviously, I was on the over first 5. They got there. Dodgers put up like a 6 spot in the 5th. So they're rolling. I don't want to get in the way of them. And also, again, I talked about it on the show yesterday. Arizona Diamondbacks, man. Arizona Diamondbacks are fantastic at home. They're number 7 in the MLB and OPS. They are elite versus lefties. If any of those come out of the pen, I think this is a good spot for both sides. Don't want to pick a team, so I'm going to roll with just the alternate over there. And then going over to Freddie Peralta, he is facing off against the big bad Tampa Bay Rays. I don't mind strikeout numbers against the Rays, man. They do strike out quite a bit on the season. They have a 680 OPS versus right-handed pitching, sitting around a 27% K rate as a team versus righties. And Freddie at home, man, I mean, he is unbelievable at home. If you want to go to last year's numbers, obviously a bigger sample size, 36% K rate. This year it's 34%. This Rays team has a lot of swings and misses in it with Randy. You have Jose Siri, who's just a swing and miss machine. Pinto, swing and miss machine. I think they're going to come out pissed today after last night's just absolute umpiring debacle. This is happening way too much, man. I talked about the Yankee one in the Brewers game on Sunday. I was at that game. And now you have this where a swing hits the catcher in the back of the head when the catcher was going to block a ball. So obviously his head's going to go down. So crazy that's going to be something that happens and cost him the game, right? Because I would have scored the game-tying run. So play number 2, as you can see, is going to be Luis Castillo, 17.5 outs with Carlos Carrasco no win at minus 380. I think this is absolutely absurd to see Carlos Carrasco against the Astros in Houston as minus 380 only for no win. I thought this would be like 600. I'm like, okay. Yes, it's a weird number. I get it. But, guys, the Astros are literally in the same boat I take with the Cubs. I talked about Luis Severino on show yesterday. He shoved on him. He almost no-hit those dudes because it can't hit on the road. Astros are the same way. Unfortunately, the Astros are at home for you, Mr. Carlos Carrasco. And the Astros are 46 points better than every other team in the MLB in OPS at home games. Obviously, I can't think of those count the Mexico games as home games for them. So obviously that's going to boost them. But still, 838 OPS. I get it. There was like 6 home runs out there in the 2 games, but that's not going to raise your OPS more than probably 50, 60 points, which means they're still going to be ranked with the Dodgers at the top spot there. I think Carrasco is a really tough spot here. He's only gone 5 innings twice this year, both of them against Boston. One of those outings, he gave up 5 runs and got absolutely shelled. Looking at his numbers here, he's getting hit around by lefties. This is not a team you want to struggle with lefties. You got Jordan and Kyle Tucker in the middle, and also doesn't hurt that a 477 slugging to righties so far this season as well. The strikeout rate just isn't there, 19% across the board. I think he has a tough outing today against the Astros, who, like I said, number 1 in home OPS. Heading over to Luis Castillo. Love this dude. Dude, I have so much Luis Castillo in best ball, and I started out in the last place because of the first 2 starts that he had. You don't lose faith on that. Kevin Gausman, Luis Castillo, you got track records. You got track records of being very good pitchers in the MLB. They struggled the first 2 outings against Toronto and Cleveland, and Cleveland's damn good, guys. Like, they're going under the radar. I know they're just because they're in a smaller market, but my God, this team is good. They are winning baseball games. And when you sit here and look at these last 2 outings at Texas rakes against righties at home. At Colorado, I know Colorado sucks, but that was a pretty impressive outing in Coors Field where it started snowing halfway through the game. And then you go against the Cubs, right? You get the Cubs, win 6 innings, and got it done there. I really like the spot. I know he's facing the Braves, but he is at home where obviously fly ball goes to die. You just saw my boy Bryce Miller show out, put up a clinic last night with 10 strikeouts. Castillo is always among top 25 pitchers in terms of pitches per plate appearance. This dude is just rolling ground balls. And I really like this spot for him, even though I know the Braves are a tough spot. But the Braves have been struggling, man. They are not hitting well. They have not done well over this last week and a half. I talked about it yesterday. Again, I know I'm saying that I'm going back to yesterday's show, but we talked about a lot of stuff that is coming up in this show today that we're doing here for Pass the Prop over here on YouTube Play of the Day. The Braves struggled against Cleveland, man. And then obviously they go right to Bryce Miller, and now you go right to Luis Castillo. This is a tough run of high-end pitching arms here. He has a 28% strikeout rate at home. Very bad batting average on balls in play at home, so he has been getting very unlucky so far this year with a 324 batting average on balls in play. If you want to go to last year where you get to see his real numbers, his full sample size, 194 batting average at home, 309 ERA, and also just an absolute wipeout pitch there. Batting average on balls in play went down to 247. So that's a big jump. That's like a 100-point jump. So I'm expecting positive regression for Luis Castillo, even though he's already been shoving over his last 2 outings. So really excited for these 2 spots today. Again, bringing those back. Carlos Carrasco, no win with Luis Castillo over 17.5 outs at plus 100. We got Freddie Peralta, 6 strikeouts for my Brew Crew. And the Dodgers alternate over 7.5, minus 120 on DraftKings. I will be heading to the Bucks game tonight. I've watched one game. I watched game 1, the Bucks versus Pacers. I have not watched a game outside of that since they hired Doc Rivers. I got hooked up with some tickets tonight, so I'll be heading out there. Should be a fun one. So I'll be locked in on the NBA for the first time in a very long time. 16-11 though on MLB, 4.33 units, guys. Again, hit that like button if you could. It really helps us out. Hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 2K. Hoping you guys have been tailing and making some money with your boys. So thank you guys. Best of luck tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.